She was terrific. Dad, it's amazing that you are 90 years old and you have a daughter that's 48. Don't you feel young? When I tell people that you are 90, they immediately say how lucky I am. They look at me like, how can I possibly have a father who's 90? I tell them I'm the youngest of 5. Then they can't even believe that I have such a big family. I tell them all of our names begin with the letter S. Before you know it, they love you, they love Mom, and they think you guys are so cute and want to be a part of our clan. You've had a very colorful life. Married to Mom for almost 64 years is quite an accomplishment.
65.
Almost 65. We might have to have another party here. You were such a great role model as I grew up. You adored Mom. You treated her with respect, love, and as an equal partner. To this day, even though your lifestyle has changed, you still love to cuddle with Mom every night. Your work ethic was unbelievable. Having no college education, you successfully put us all through college. As the story has been told to me, you started living in an apartment in Bayonne where you didn't have much money. You had Stuart, and date night was a walk around the block. When Susan was born, date night was a walk around the block and Chinese food. Soon after, Stanley was born, and it was a movie, Chinese food, and a walk around the block. Stephen was born, and it was dinner in the city and a Broadway show. When I was born, it was caviar on the beaches of Jamaica with me. You have influenced my life. One story comes to mind is when I was 22 years old, I needed a new car. I researched the car I wanted and decided a red 5-speed Acura Integra. I chose a 5-speed because at the time it was $500 cheaper than an automatic and I didn't have much money. I really didn't know how to drive a 5-speed, but I knew I could figure it out. Anyway, you came with me to buy my first car, and I was about to take out a loan, and you said, how about if I paid for it and you pay me back? I said, okay. And the next thing I knew, I was driving or should I say, stalling in my brand new red Acura Integra 5-speed all the way home. My dad and I came up with a payment schedule that was fair. I made a payment every month, not missing one. My last payment was filled with pride and accomplishment. I know you could have brought me that car for me that day, but I'm glad that you didn't, because I really felt good about myself. It taught me responsibility, accountability, and pride. You loved your job and you loved your family. You were and still are a people person. Always love a good party and great vodka. Your bright blue eyes sparkle, and I have to say, at 90, you are still handsome as ever. Recently, you came to our show, and a woman approached me and told me how handsome you were, that she would date you. Her husband was standing right next to her. At 90, you still have it. Dad, what can I say? I love you with all my heart, and when I am told, this is where I might cry, when I am told how lucky I am to have you still here with me, I tell them I am blessed. Now, I would like to have Jacob, Ben, and Noah say something.
Who's going first? Noah.
Somebody's making
First of all, I just want to say happy birthday. I can't believe you're 90. That's like insane. I remember wearing those blue shirts during your 80th birthday party. Wow. And time really does fly. You're always there when I need a laugh. When I come to say hi after you wake up from a 10-minute nap, you always have a smile on your face. When I visit you in Bayonne, let's just say I'm glad you guys moved. Those memories will last a lifetime. And I love you. Have a great day.
right, so my brothers and my relationship with Arizona is it's a very unique one. From an outsider's view, it's kind of like we're his personal handyman. And any and every hour of the day, we could get a call asking for a favor. Now this could be picking up food or moving the carpet a centimeter to the right and a centimeter back to the left. However, even though these tasks are somewhat tedious and annoying, I enjoy it. I can speak for all of us. We enjoy every minute that we spend with Arizona. We might do a lot for him, but I've learned, he's taught me so much. And the one thing that stands out a lot is he taught me how to shake someone's hand properly and not like a dead fish. And nobody likes shaking someone's hand like that. Anyway, happy 90th birthday, and I hope you have a good one and many more. And we love you.
Okay, before I start, me and Ben did not write this together, and it's just funny that we both kind of hit the same point, or exact opposite. So when I look at you, Zeta, I realize how lucky I am to have a grandfather like you. You are one of the most remarkable people that I know, and I'm grateful to have you in my life. I know that every time I'm about to see you, a smile goes on my face because I know that both of us are about to laugh about our dead fish handshakes that I always look forward to doing with you. Hearing about your amazing life and everything that you have done, I can honestly say that I can probably tell you more about the story about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar than you can. And I still think that is the coolest thing ever. Who else in there? For people who don't know. Zeta, you're one of a kind, and I'm glad to call you my Zeta.
Good job, good job.
Good job.
And now we're going to hear from a longtime friend, Mr. Foreman. Ed.
See if we sneak back in.
Seymour and I go back a long, long time. We're both children of the Depression, and we lived in our teens in a somewhat dismal area of Bayonne, New Jersey, on 25th Street, and we hung around the corner of 25th at the Goldfish's candy store with a group of guys. We played handball, pitch pennies. It was the era of the big band. Cap Calloway, the Dorsey brothers, Benny Goodman, and Frank Sinatra was coming into play at the time also. And we would gather around and discuss the big band and sports. Very intellectual conversation that we had at that time. One of the interesting things about this group of guys that we hung around with was that they all changed their names. Seymour, maybe some of you know, his real name is Samuel. That's on his birth certificate. As far as I know, he was always known as Seymour. And I knew it was not his name. Samuel Peters changed his name to Jack Peters. Mr. Sheffrin changed his name to Ed Sheffrin. Don Donsky changed his name to Morris Donsky changed his name to Don Donsky. And while I didn't change my name, I had always felt deprived of the fact that I didn't have a middle name. So before high school graduation, I gathered my family together. I said, what are some of the names you thought of calling me? And out of the list they gave me, I picked out Arthur, because that sounded pretty good. Edward Arthur Acorn, you know? And my high school certificate shows that. I've used that name ever since. So it's part of the problem, too. In our neighborhood, on the corner of 26th